everyone. So good to see you. Welcome to the Food Freedom Confidence discussion. We are on episode 31. And I'm just always so surprised of like how far we've been doing this, 31 sessions, and there's going to be so many more. So today I just want to share what we're going to be talking about, and this is going to be super, super good. You are going to want to watch the whole thing because we have some science and really valuable information that will help you understand what's going on. So episode 31 is about if you think that you're going to be, you probably self-fulfilling prophecy that happens. How many times have we like, okay, I'm not going to overeat, I'm not going to overeat, I'm not going to overeat, which then tends to make us overeat. And so we're going to talk about why this happens, what actually happens when we're telling ourselves not to do something and we're doing it. And we're going to talk about what happens in the body and science. So we're super excited to dive into this. And before we get started, if you are new to the group, hello and welcome. If you've been in the group for a while, hello, good to see you again. And if you're watching live, just say hi in the comments because we love this discussion. And I love how me and Sierra are both wearing black. We just seem to always coordinate. I don't know how that happens. So good. And just a little bit about if you don't really know who Sierra and I are, we are business partners, we are friends. Hey, Andrea, so good to see you. We have been working together for a couple years now, and we've been doing this work for quite a few years, separately and together. And we are eating psychology coaches. We love donuts. We love vegetables. We love it all. And we've learned to heal our relationship with food, which makes eating less stressful and less of a deal and more enjoyable. And that is what we're here for you, because we've both felt very out of control with food at certain times of our lives and thought like, oh my God, I'm a sugar addict. I'm crazy. I don't know what's happening. And our behaviors were like binge eating and emotional eating. We just didn't understand what was happening. So we've been through where you are, and we are on the other side, and we're here to help you and guide you to get to the other side where you feel empowered around food, where you feel like I can have one cookie and be totally fine with that, instead of eating the whole bag. Because how many of us, like, you wish you could. You wish you could just have that one cookie, that one piece of cake, and not like have this uncontrollable like desire to eat more and more and more. So today we're going to talk about just the thought of I'm going to overeat will probably make you overeat. It's like, do you trust yourself with one cookie? Or do you think that by taking that first bite, you're going to have like this all out like binge? So we're going to just dive into all of that because we know that sugar, what it does to the body. We know that white flour, what it does to the body, right? You know that overdoing certain foods is probably not the best thing for your health. And we're here to help you find a way that you can have a better relationship with that food and with yourself, and trust yourself to be able to stop eating when you want to.
Exactly. And hello, Andrea. Hello, Christy. I think I saw someone else hop on. If you're watching live, say hello. Maybe tell us where you're from. We have a lot of new members, so we just want to welcome. Andrea says, thank you both for helping me build my body confidence. Oh, you're welcome, Andrea. You've been following us for a while, and we're so proud of you.
I know I've been following you, Andrea, and I'm just like impressed by you so much. Yes. Hey, Christine.
So yes, if you're watching, even if you're watching the replay, please tell us hello and where you're from. We'd love to say hi to you. So yes, our thoughts about food, it's like this self-fulfilling prophecy again. Like if you think you're going to overeat, if you think about if you think white sugar or like a cookie, you think you're going to not be able to stop, you probably won't be able to. So we're going to talk about the power of our thoughts around food. And this is a really big concept that we talk about in our programs. This is like a really, really big fun topic that we dive in really deep in our programs about. But I want to give you an example here for a minute. So let's say you're about to eat your favorite flavor of ice cream. Just for fun, write your favorite flavor of ice cream in the comments. Hannah, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay, I'm a vanilla girl, but I like caramel vanilla. Like that's one of my favorite flavors, is like caramel vanilla. So we're gonna talk about some science here, so in the body. So stick with me here. Let's say you're about to eat your favorite flavor of ice cream, and you're in a state of excitement and like, oh, it's my favorite flavor, it's my favorite, favorite kind. What happens is when you're excited and you have this enjoyment and relaxed body, what happens is your hypothalamus will modulate this positive input. And what it does is it sends activation signals via the parasympathetic nervous system. So your parasympathetic nerve fibers means rest and digest. When your body's in parasympathetic dominance, that just means you're relaxed. Okay. So what happens is your brain sends these signals to all of your digestive organs, your stomach, your pancreas, everything, your small intestines. It sends all these positive messages to your gut. And then digestion is stimulated, and you'll have a fuller metabolic breakdown of that ice cream, and you're going to burn those calories more efficiently. Okay, so that's good. It's positive. Like you're happy, your body's relaxed, everything is burning the right way, and you're effective. That's great, right? But, Hannah,
What happens on the other side?
oh, yes.
What happens on the other side when you are eating something and you feel guilty, or you tell yourself, I shouldn't be eating this, or you say, oh my gosh, I'm going to get so fat by eating this? Doing that, what happens is it's like this judgment, right? It turns on your hypothalamus to take negative input and signals to your sympathetic nervous system. So Sierra was talking about the parasympathetic, and the sympathetic is stress. You are turning on your stress response, which also regulates your digestive system, your metabolism, your calorie burning capacity. So if you're sending negative input into that system, your digestive system is turning off. So you're about to eat this ice cream that you're telling yourself you shouldn't, that you feel guilty about, and you're judging yourself for, and you're eating the ice cream, and the ice cream is going into your body, but it's like basically just sitting there. Your body cannot use it because you've activated this stress response in your body, which turns off your digestive system. It slows down your metabolism. It actually is like linked to like storing fat because it thinks that you are in a stressed state and you don't know when food's coming again. So you're eating this and your body is not actually able to metabolize it or use it.
Right. So yeah, the calorie burning efficiency just goes down. You're stressed out eating. So the thoughts you think about food instantly become reality in your body via the central nervous system. There's another really, really interesting study that I love to talk about when you talk about the power of thoughts. And it's the power of our thoughts with the placebo effect. So there was a study done. There was a group of participants who were testing out a new chemotherapy drug. And as if you might not know, but you always have to do a placebo effect to test the efficiency and to see if the drug being tested is actually effective or if it's placebo. So in this chemotherapy treatment, what they did was they took a group of participants, put them on the chemotherapy drug, and they put another group of participants on the placebo. Of course, they didn't know which was which. So most people know that a lot of times when you're on chemotherapy, you lose your hair. So around 75% of the people on the chemotherapy drug lost their hair. What is so crazy and very interesting is that 30% of the people on the placebo, no chemotherapy, it was just a saline, like salt water injection, 30% of those people lost their hair. How did that happen? Because they thought they would lose their hair. They thought they were starting chemotherapy. The power of your mind literally changed the chemical reactions in your body. And 30% of those people, their hair fell out. Pretty crazy, right? So think about how if your mind is that powerful to make your hair fall out, think about what happens when you are thinking that sugar is bad. I can't control myself. I can't eat just one cookie. I'll eat the whole bag. Guess what happens? That does happen. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, and it's like I used to every time I ate sugar, I'd be like, oh my God, this is so bad. I shouldn't be doing this. And I'm just going to have one more handful, one more handful, one more handful, which ended up to be like 10 more handfuls. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to have that again. Well, of course, if you've been with us long enough, if you say, I'm never going to have that again, what do you want to do? Have that again. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, our thoughts have a huge part. And I think like we don't realize how powerful our thoughts and our beliefs about food are. And we're not saying that like to eat all sugar and junk food and not worry about it. We're saying what you believe about it is what it is going to happen in your body. So if you believe that whatever, like, okay, I'll just give you my example of like how I look at food. Is very neutral to me. Yeah, there's food that is more nutrient dense than other food, but no matter what is in front of me, I know that my body is going to use it and it's going to serve me. And by having that attitude, I feel really good about whatever I eat, which could be a piece of cake, it could be a salad, it could be a steak, it could be whatever. And what that has helped me with is to be able to really tune in and trust my body to know when to stop and to like be able to stop, right? Because how often when we are afraid that we're going to overeat or that we shouldn't never have this again, we're always overdoing it a little bit. But the more that we can relax around food and the more that we create this like relaxed environment around food, a more neutral way of being around food, then all of a sudden what tends to happen is food becomes less of this charge, this thing that you can't have or that you're bad for having it, and it doesn't have the power over you. And so what Sierra and I are all about is you taking back your power, you beginning to trust yourself around food in your life and being able to trust your body, knowing that your body's going to give you the signals. Is there times that I do overeat? Absolutely. Is there times that I undereat? Absolutely. There is no perfect way to eat, and there's no perfect amount of food that you can have. But when you create that trust with yourself and you're able to have that relationship with food where you're not stressing out every time you eat, then it becomes so much easier and you don't beat yourself up over what you're eating, how much you're eating, and everything else. It's like your body begins to use it more often. And I don't know, it's for me, it's like the trust part of knowing that I'm going to be okay, that my body's going to tell me when to stop. And sometimes my mouth tells me when to stop, and that's a little past my body, and that's okay too. You know, it's like having that grace and that flexibility. And I think that's where the empowerment comes in with food. Hey, Carly, so good to see you.
So talking about sugar, because sugar is a hot button. It stresses us out. And you know what? It stresses us out, especially when it comes to our kids, right? Like when we talk about sugar, like it inevitably comes up with every one of our clients who have kids or have raised kids, or even in their family, like sugar. How do I get my kid to not be obsessed about sugar? And, you know, Mother's Day is coming up, and Hannah and I have something really special. We are putting on a mother-daughter workshop with a follow-up 8-week course all about how to feed your kids and have them eat healthy, how to not stress out about sugar, like what is the right balance with sugar and kids, like how do we do this? And you know, we've been asking a lot of questions across our groups about your relationship with your sugar, but also your own mom's relationship with sugar and her body and food. And we've gotten a lot of answers that were very inspiring and also very heartbreaking about how, you know, there was one quote that sticks out. It was like, my mom did lots of binging and there was a lot of negativity around food and nothing has changed except me, who's trying to do it differently with my own children. And, you know, we know there's a lot of you out there that maybe did have a very negative experience growing up around food. And we want to help you feel more empowered for your relationship with your kids and for yourself. Maybe you don't have young kids anymore, but you still have some underlying stuff coming up around your relationship with food. This is going to be a great workshop for you. And so we're really excited. We want to help you be a cycle breaker. So if your mom and her mom and her mom have all had this negative, you know, negative relationship with food and body, we want to show you how to break that cycle and be a different role model for your own kids, and we want to teach you how to repair the relationship and get to heal. We want to show you how to do this, and that's why we're doing our mother-daughter empowerment workshop, an 8-week follow-up course coming up next Thursday, Thursday the May 12th at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and it will be recorded, but we're going to cover how to help your kids eat a balanced diet, why it's not we're going to talk about lots of food and eating with kids, but also how to break up negative thoughts around body, how to have a relationship with your kids and not pass on negative body image. So we're really, really excited about this workshop, especially for Mother's Day. And so if you're interested in this mother-daughter workshop, or just learning more about how to feed kids and like the stress that comes with that, this workshop's going to be a huge hit. And you'll love it. So comment below workshop if you're interested in the workshop, and we'll send you all the details.
Yeah, and for the workshop, it's like you can come alone or you can bring your kids. Doesn't necessarily have to be a daughter, but you can bring your kids and be a part of the workshop, because what we want to teach is like how your relationship with food is affecting how you parent, the way that your kids are eating. So we're going to go over a lot of like how your relationship is, and if your kids are there, how great that is, because then they can learn how to have a good and healthy relationship with food, and that creates a good dialogue between both of you. So yeah, we're super excited about it. More details to come. I'll have a sign-up registration form for you guys to get into the workshop. It is going to be paid. It's if you bring your daughter, it's $22. If you come by yourself, it's $15. So it's not a high price, but you're going to want to get some good tips and tools to help you feed yourself, feed your kids, so your family can be empowered at the dinner table.
Yes, it's going to be so exciting. We've never done something like this before, so we're really, really excited. So again, comment below workshop if you want the details, and we'll make sure we get you guys, we'll get you a spot in for next week.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us. Let us know your takeaways, if this was helpful, what resonated with you, because we want to make sure that we're bringing content that works for you, that you feel like it is connecting with you, so we can continue giving you these awesome discussions so you can empower yourself with food. All right, we'll see you later. Have a great day.